Again, hello. My name is Hamed and I'm Business Development Manager at Galileosky. First of all, thank you for joining us today in our webinar, which is about maximizing profit in cargo transportation. Here we have Vera Kozlova from Gurtam company, our technology partner. She will help me to show you how topics and solutions we will talk about can be done using Wialon platform. Vera, please introduce yourself and let everyone knows you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Hamed. My name is Vera. I'm Wialon Implementation Manager for the Asia Pacific region at Gurtam. Thank you so much for having me on this webinar today. I'll be talking about Wialon tools that can help you to increase the profit in the transportation of cargo. And I hope this webinar will be informative and interesting for you.
Thank you, Vera, for your introduction. Now let's review our webinar agenda. Today we will talk about how to keep goods safe and fresh during transportation using fleet management solutions. After that, we will discuss about controlling route in order to decrease fleet idling and misuse. Then we will see how we can implement solutions for extending the fleet service life, tracking each vehicle condition. And finally, we will talk about traffic rules. Our presentation will take about 1 hour, and we will send the record of this presentation and webinar to you so you can review it later or you can share it with anyone who has not opportunity to join us today. As I like this webinar interactive, please write all your questions during the presentation in question tab. So we will try our best to answer them in the convenient time. You may also use chat function as you already used, some of you already used, to share your thoughts and ideas with each other. But again, I ask you to write your questions in question tab, not in chat, to help us not to miss any question. Okay, let's start. Using Galileosky devices, you are able to monitor and control a wide range of parameters. For sure, we have location parameters, but let's see what else we have. We can monitor parameters related to tachograph, driving style, fuel level sensors, and doors. We also can monitor temperature, humidity, and weight. You may monitor tire pressure and tire temperature. Also, you have possibility of reading any parameter from canvas or taking photo of your cargo. What you see in this slide is only some examples of what you can control with our devices, and it's not possible to mention all parameters during one webinar or in one slide. Now let's see which challenges we have here and how we can overcome them having mentioned parameters in hands. We want to talk about cargo control. When it comes to cargo control, we have some cases in mind. We should control access to cargo, we should control weight and temperature, and we need to know about drivers, driving style, what we call it sometimes eco-driving, especially in Wialon. I will talk about all these cases in next slides. Only trusted or authorized persons should have access to the cargo. Combination of Galileosky advanced technologies like easy logic and different accessories enable us to do anything in this term. Different type of RFID readers and tags can be connected to our devices as an authorization way. At the same time, position sensors and switches will detect and control the state of doors. But still, the brain of this system is Galileosky device equipped with advanced technology, Easy Logic. You will easily use Easy Logic to define in which geofence trailer door can be opened and who has the right to open it. Which person, I mean. You also can set different type of instant notifications or actions in case of any violation, such as sending SMS to the driver or informing the dispatcher immediately, or even playing a loud alarm or taking a photo. In parallel, a message can be generated and sent to the Wialon monitoring platform at the same time. What we can do with EasyLogic sounds unlimited, really, believe me. I strongly suggest you to participate in our online courses dedicated to EasyLogic technology to understand it better and also get certified. My colleague Alexander here, as a moderator of this webinar, will share with you the link to the courses. So please use this material and do the courses to for better understanding of the technology. Controlling the cargo weight during transportation and from source to destination is controversial in different point of views. From one side, we monitor it to be sure not to exceed maximum allowed weight for a specific vehicle type or a specific road. And from other side, changes in cargo weight can be evidence of unauthorized loading or unloading or even theft. Our devices are already integrated with some weight sensors, and you can see the list of them in this slide. It's also possible to connect camera to our devices and set the device to take a photo in case of any changes in cargo weight. The photo can be stored in device SD card or can be uploaded to Wialon. This way you can not only track the cargo weight and its changes, but you will receive photos related to each event in Wialon, and later we will talk about that. Better to say, Vera will talk about this feature in Wialon. If the cargo we are talking about contains medicines, food, or any other temperature-sensitive good, then it's crucial to monitor cargo temperature and in most cases also humidity. There are two main options to control the temperature or humidity using Galileosky devices. You may just simply connect temperature or humidity sensors to our devices. From some of them you can see in the slide listed, or you can connect our devices to the controller unit of refrigerators like Thermo King Carrier or Euroscan. If you connect the device to control unit of refrigerator, you will be able not only to monitor the temperature, but also other parameters from refrigerator control unit, such as operation mode, emergency signals, battery voltage, and so on. The connection between our devices and refrigerator control unit is mostly over RS-232 serial port. And if you face the case that you have a project with a refrigerator that is not integrated with our devices, you can send a request to our technical support team and ask them to integrate it with our devices for you. And you may also just easily do it with Easy Logic if you know the technology well. Now it's Vera's turn to show you how you can resolve these challenges from Wialon side. Vera, please let us know.
Sure. Thank you so much, Hamid. So now let's talk about how to preserve goods en route with the help of Wialon. And the main challenge here is that certain types of cargo require special attention. For example, frozen goods, perishable goods, plants, medicine, even animals. And Wialon can help to ensure continuous control over special temperature and humidity regimes. So the first solution here is to monitor the changes of the parameters in real time. In Wialon, you can build virtual sensors based on the parameters that the tracking device is sending to platform. For example, you can control such conditions as temperature level, humidity level, door being closed, opened, weight changes, and you can display them in the monitoring panel. So whenever the value drops or raises to an alerting level, you'll be able to see it online and take corresponding actions to prevent the goods spoilage. Each virtual sensor type in Wialon has its own logic of data processing. Thus, you can build a sensor for any type of parameter you need to control. And the main condition here for the correct operation of virtual sensors is the availability of data from the corresponding physical sensor connected to the device. And also those data, of course, must be present in the messages of the device that are received by Wialon. So moreover, if we're talking about monitoring the refrigerator parameters, you can consider building Wialon sensors to control engine hours, engine RPM, fuel level, operation mode, engine errors. Secondly, Wialon offers various options for data visualization. You can add colors to ranges of sensor values, as well as provide additional text captions to them. Thus, you won't need to decipher what 1 or 10 means. You will see the color and text hints in the system, specifically on the monitoring panel in the sensor value section, as well as in the tooltip. And in addition to that, colors can be also used to paint the units track or graph line in a report. So this feature can be really useful for temperature sensors, just to quickly identify whether the temperature is normal or abnormal, as well as for fuel level and battery level sensors to easily detect whether there is a need for fuel filling or battery charge. Thirdly, to timely react to any unwanted events during the transportation, you can set up notifications. So here, Wialon allows the use of various triggers that can be based on such important events as the door is opened in the prohibited area, or the temperature raises or drops out of the allowed range, or maybe there is a harsh acceleration detected, or there are any errors in the refrigerator. And as a result of using those notifications, you will always stay updated, as the system can send alerts via email, SMS, as notification in Telegram or Wialon Mobile, as a pop-up window in the Wialon web interface. So basically, with those above methods, notifications can be sent not only to Wialon users, but also to all involved parties, for example, to drivers. So drivers will have the opportunity to timely react to abnormal temperatures or opened door in the trailer. So now, Hamed, could you please shed some more light on how Galileosky can help to ensure route control?
Sure, thank you. We want to talk about route control and optimization from our device side as a way of decreasing cost and preventing violations. We can use geofence and upload geofences as a KML file to the device. It's worth to mention that Galileosky devices support up to 4,000 geofences, and each geofence can be contain up to 2,000 points. We are talking about polygonal geofences. After uploading geofences to the device, we can set different conditions for each geofence. We have possibility to set geofences as allowed or illegal route, or defining the route as a toll road. and some other cases like this, or you can monitor travel mileage inside or outside the route. You can, with Easy Logic, you can monitor and control everything, every parameter inside or outside the geofence or geozone. We will be able to instantly inform driver about any kind of violations to prevent the driver from continuing the violation. And again, all these solutions can be done using Easy Logic technology. Vera, now may you let us know more about route optimization inside Wialon?
Yeah, sure. So let's review how exactly Wialon can help you to prevent trucks misuse and long idling. The main challenge here is the fact that many carriers are faced with unscrupulous employees who use the company's vehicle for personal purposes, both during working hours and during their free time. And with the help of Wialon, the vehicle owners can get visibility on how exactly the vehicle is being used. So the easiest way to find out what happened to your vehicle is, of course, to run a report. In Wialon, you can build a report like a Lego. In Reports module, you can represent data in the forms of charts and tables, and there are multiple types of them, each responsible for working with specific data. For example, you can use the engine hours table to show excessive idling, or report on trips to identify whether the vehicle was used in unauthorized hours, and maybe report on driver's assignment or fuel fillings, thefts, or reports on sensor values. So additionally, reports can include a map with the vehicle track based on past trips, so it can be also a helpful tool to identify truck misuse. On top of that, Wialon allows you to add different event markers like speedings, fuel theft, stops, parkings, and this will also help you to focus on suspicious areas in the first place. So Wialon reports can be executed over units, drivers, trailers, passengers, geofences, and also their groups. Thus, it allows you to save time during the analysis of the entire fleet. And reports, they can be viewed not only in the web or mobile interface of Wialon, but they can be also downloaded into PDF, HTML, or other table formats. So, for example, if the client needs to receive a report regularly, let's say it's a fuel consumption report required on bi-weekly basis, you can configure a special job that will automatically send a report via email, for example, in PDF format, to the customer based on the configured schedule. So if you need to prevent vehicle misuse in real time, rather than identifying it post factum via weekly reports, for example, then you can again benefit from Wialon notifications. As an example, you can build a geofence of the route and control vehicle leaving this geofence. So such geofence can be created not only manually, but also based on the vehicle's track. And another example is having the case where the vehicle should operate from, let's say, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and the rest of the time it must be parked. So to identify misuse in this case, it's just enough to build notifications based on speed presence outside of the working hours. And besides using the default Wialon functionality for route management, you can also use some niche applications, which I'm going to cover next. So for couriers companies, we developed a special app called Logistics, and using it, you can build optimal routes between orders and assign vehicles to those routes. So this application has two separate interfaces, a web interface for dispatchers and a mobile application for couriers. The dispatcher interface is intended for creating and importing orders, building routes, tracking their execution, as well as for communication with the courier via chat. And in the web interface, the dispatchers, they can also run various reports to analyze the fulfillment of routes. In the meantime, in the mobile application, the courier can view assigned routes, change the status of orders, and attach comments and photos to those orders. And also, the mobile application can be used to track the location of the courier, like an alternative to the classical tracking device. So to make sure that each stage of delivery is kept under control, notifications can be set up in logistics for dispatchers, drivers, and clients. For example, dispatchers can be notified in case the driver deviates from the route or misses the order or maybe running late to the delivery place. And at the same time, clients can also receive a notification via SMS with the locator link to monitor the current location of the driver in real time and also see the ETA. So additionally, it's also possible to input orders in bulk in the form of CSV files or through the integration with a third-party systems, for example, customers' ERP. And this significantly simplifies the work of such companies that have to deliver completely different goods on the daily basis, and thus they also have to create new orders every day. So for those, on the other hand, who need to monitor the transportation on static, not that frequently changed routes with regular schedules, another niche application can be useful. It's called Nimbus. So it will be a good fit for those who own a fleet of public or private transport or working in the field of utility services. So with Nimbus, you can plan regular rides by schedules or control regular rides with no schedules. You can also effectively distribute vehicles between routes. And Nimbus has an online monitoring module, so you will see the progress of a bus ride on the map. And in addition to that, you can be also notified in case there is a hurry or delay time, or a bus missed the stop, or did not show on the route at all. So those notifications, they can be received in the web interface of Nimbus, or they can be also received in the form of post-GET requests and sent to third-party servers. In the application, there is also opportunity to build reports on completed rides with the details of any detected deviations or violations. And those reports, they can be generated in the context of unit rides or route rides and their groups. So, Hamed, can you tell us now about tools that Galileosky can offer that would help to manage trucks maintenance?
Sure. Thank you for sharing this interesting information with us. By the way, I really like the locator functions from Wialon, a simple function, but really useful and interesting. Okay. We know that the key asset in a road transportation related business are vehicle. So without a vehicle, how we can imagine such a business? Big amount of money are invested for fleet itself and its maintenance. Now the question is, what are fleet maintenance costs and how we can control and reduce them? In next slides, we will talk about tires, fuel, and we will discuss ways to control fleet maintenance costs. It's clear that tire is costly. A tire pressure management system, in short TPMS, is a set of sensors and a control unit sometimes that measure pressure and sometimes temperature of tires, better to say the air inside the tires. Connecting a TPMS to our device, you can monitor vehicle tire pressure and maximize tire lifetime. The TPMS display shows and displays the state of all tires for driver, and when you connect it to our devices, same data will be sent to Wialon. Now, the dispatcher also is aware of the state of parameters and each tire inside the Wialon. TPMS devices we support, you can see in the slide, there are a list of some TPMS systems we have already integrated. You can also ask our technical guys, technical support to integrate any other kind of TPMS system. So in short, the solution you will reach with connecting our devices to a TPMS will bring you some advantages like extending tire life, reducing fuel consumption, less accident risk, and detection of flat tire and informing the driver instantly. For example, you can play an audio file and inform the driver that the tire is flat. Another important cost to control is fuel cost, which can be controlled by our devices either from CAN parameters or by installing level sensors, flow meters, or ultrasonic sensors. Doesn't matter which type of technology you use for monitoring the fuel. Our partners' experience says that it's easy to reach to 99% or more accuracy in fuel consumption calculation and detecting of fuel theft. It's also possible to control axle load by reading CAN, which means using the vehicle in the optimum condition based on loaded weight. Means not to overload or underload the vehicle or truck. Regular maintenance and services can be prolonged lifetime of any kind of vehicle or asset. It's really clear. With Galileosky devices, you can read and analyze any vehicle CAN bus parameter. Analyzing parameters related to vehicle operating modes will lead us to understand how the vehicle is used. With EasyLogic technology, you can detect parameters that exceeding their thresholds and calculate exceeding time for each of them. You may do the same for different vehicle subsystems like engine, transmission, or suspension systems. Internal accelerometer of our devices make you capable to accurately monitor driving behavior of drivers and reduce the number of harsh acceleration, braking, and turning. As you mentioned, you have same functionality in Wialon, but we can also, with our devices, inform the driver itself instantly in case of any harsh braking, acceleration, or turning. This case is crucial not only as it has bad effect on the fuel consumption and fleet maintenance cost, but also the cargo safety is directly affected by driving style of driver. And finally, you can use our devices to remind you about any kind of service intervals you may set in device with EasyLogic. You are able to set service intervals based on mileage or engine working hours and send the corresponding alert to the driver or to monitoring platform. Or maybe in a strict scenario, you may even prevent the driver from starting engine if there is any expired service interval. With combination of EasyLogic and CAN scanner function, you will reach such a solution. As we mentioned previously in this webinar, RFID and I-button can be used with our devices. We can use them also for identifying drivers and grant access only to authorized drivers to start vehicle engine and drive it. I want to mention that the number of trusted keys is unlimited in our devices, and our partners tested our devices with up to 10,000 trusted keys without any problem. Another case is tachograph. Tachographs are widely used, and in some countries are mandatory based on traffic rules. Our devices are integrated with tachographs, and you can monitor the driver's working hours and rest to be sure that no violations happened and no fine for sure. Voice communication between driver and dispatcher is another feature of our devices. In a project, you may define different geo zones to set different speed limits for each of them, and you can control speed and traffic in different zones using easy logic. Also, it's possible to measure impacts to detect probably accidents using internal accelerometer of device and set proper action if device detects any accident. Well, now you tell us what features do we have related to maintenance and traffic rules in Wialon?
Sure. So first of all, let's talk about maintenance. It's a well-known fact that every vehicle requires regular maintenance, oil and filter change by mileage, seasonal tire change, annual preventive examinations, and undue maintenance can lead to extra costs as well as to road accidents. So to keep control of the entire fleet maintenance activities, additional tools can be useful for both mechanics and fleet owners. And for that, Wialon offers a special solution, which is called FleetRun. This app allows to take control over vehicles, drivers, and trailers' maintenance services. It helps to ensure that oil will be changed in time, driver will not forget to pass the inspection, and the trailer brakes will be ready for the next ride. When setting up notifications about upcoming maintenance services, you can use email, external servers, or Telegram methods, since fleet mechanics, of course, do not have that frequent access to laptop all the time. And besides having the basic functionality for managing maintenance services, FleetRun also allows keeping track of fuel fillings and services costs, including the cost of parts and labor. Further on, this information can be displayed in the reports and used for calculating the cost of 1 kilometer of a specific vehicle. Additionally to that, the application can show you the total cost of fleet services, as well as the average cost for 1 kilometer or 1 engine hour. And aside FleetRun, some of the fleet maintenance KPI can be monitored with the help of default Wialon functionality. As an example, you can build sensors for battery voltage, tire pressure, RPM, or any other important data that are coming to Wialon from the tracking device. And for data visualization, you can again use the method we discussed several slides before, colors and captions of sensor values. But additionally to that, you can also use Sensilator application, which can bring even better visualization. And with the help of this app, you can build dashboards with sensors represented as widgets. And those widgets can be shown in the form of charts, scales, needles, switchers. So Hamed also mentioned a very important topic, which is traffic rules compliance. And traffic rules compliance affects not only the number of fines that will be imposed on the carrier, but also, of course, the safety of cargo transportation. Aside from that, fuel consumption highly depends on driving behavior and can drastically vary based on the driving style. So Wialon can help to increase cargo transportation safety and cost savings for the carrier. And the cargo, of course, delivered intact, preserves and improves the reputation of the transport company. So in Wialon, you can monitor the most basic traffic rules, like whether headlights are turned, whether seatbelts are fastened, whether the axle load limit is met or not, and whether there are any speedings detected. All this, of course, is available provided that the relevant data are received by Wialon. And also, there is a special eco-driving module in Wialon where you can add standard and custom criteria to let Wialon detect violations and thus evaluate the driving behavior. So standard criteria for violations include speeding, harsh acceleration, braking, turns. And as for custom criteria, here you can add any sensors used in the monitoring interface, like sensors for cruise control usage, tracking engine RPM speed, overusing the brake pedal, or monitoring the seat belt. And registered violations can be reviewed in the eco-driving report table. Based on the violations detected, drivers are going to be assigned with penalty points, and based on the final sum of penalties, the driver's score will be calculated by Wialon. So as a result, you'll be able to get like the best and worst drivers on the fleet in terms of traffic rules compliance. And further on, take measures by giving a bonus to diligent drivers or cut down bonuses for drivers who violate the rules. So those eco-driving reports can be also found in the eco-driving application. It visually represents trips for the selected period and also shows information about each violation on the map. So the interactive interface here of this application allows you to quickly and efficiently analyze the quality of driving style. And in this application, the overall rating of drivers is also available based on the detected violations. So also, as a bonus here, I would love to quickly talk about SDK tool. So with the help of our SDK kit, you can integrate data from Wialon monitoring system to, for example, customer's ERP system, or even create your own solution based on Wialon. So using API requests, you can receive up-to-date information about units. You can retrieve the results of the reports for a specific period of time. It's also possible, as we already mentioned, to configure sending notifications to third-party servers. And in addition to that, with the help of API, you can enhance the work with Wialon applications. For example, if we're talking about logistics with the help of API, you can import the orders in bulk from ERP. Or if we're talking about Nimbus, you can integrate it with bus stop displays. And if we're talking about Fleet Run, you can import in bulk services or fuel fillings information. So now, Hamed, can you tell us basically which equipment is suitable for effective projects in the field of cargo transportation?
Yes. The most recent Galileosky product range 7X covers all features we have talked about today, and to a specific modification of this product line, 7X and 7X Plus are best choices. I should say that all modifications of 7X product line can be delivered in 2 different editions with internal or external antennas, and our partners are free to choose either based on their requirement. Whereas it seems that the combination of Galileosky advanced devices and the Wialon great features unlocks the future of telematic for our partners. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. So I think that it's indeed like that. So basically, the combination of Galileosky devices and Wialon functionality will make sure that you'll maximize profit in cargo transportation, you'll cut expenses, and you will ensure the safe transportation both for drivers and for cargo.
Great. Yes, you're right. Dear participants, as we are close to the end of our webinar, I remind you to write any questions you may have in question tab to use our time more efficient. Now I want to share some use cases and successful stories in next slide. And my colleague Alexander will share with you the link to the use cases in our website, and you can read the full article of them in our website. The well-known brand in food industry, McDonald's, concerns freshness of food. Our partner in Indonesia done the job for them. The project is succeeded by monitoring and transferring parameters of refrigerator control unit to the server and monitoring of temperature during transportation. The solution gives the customer possibility of changing refrigerator regime remotely and online. All this have done to make the customer McDonald's sure that product quality won't diminish during transportation. And another story, this real story comes from Burundi, where the metal transportation should comply with strict regulations. The project contains different solutions like eco-driving, fuel monitoring, and route controlling. Our partner used photo control in an innovative way for driver identification. The results of projects confirms that the customer not only complied with the regulations, but also has increased the efficiency of his business. And like McDonald's, this customer required temperature monitoring, but not only during transportation, but also inside warehouses where they store food. One of other challenges for them was preventing access to vehicles after business hours and providing them the fuel management solution. In addition to other mentioned solutions, our partner made them fully satisfied. I hope you found our presentation informative. Now we have some time to answer your questions, so please feel free to text us in question tab. Let's check what questions we have. Seems that we have no questions.
There's one question about the recording of the webinar. So yeah, the recording will be provided after the webinar.
Yes, sure. We will share. I guess that Alexander, please write for us. I guess that the record link will be sent automatically after some while. Any other question regarding Easy Logic, Wialon, cargo, refrigerator? Lots of. Kevin, yes, it's possible, but I will send the brand and I will suggest you some brands that is really fully integrated with our devices and inside Wialon later via mail. Yes, you're right. There are some fuel level sensors that has great features and their features are fully integrated with both Wialon platform and our devices. For sure, we will do it for you. Where do you want to answer the Isaac question?
Yeah, sure. So I want to hear more about video monitoring and photo driver ID. So what concerns video monitoring, recently we released a new video module in Wialon that basically allows you to watch live streams in our platform, do the playback, also save some files based on the triggered notifications, so-called event-based videos, and also manually save those files like into the storage. Yeah, so what concerns photo driver ID?
Yes, I guess Isaac means that identification of driver using not only using regular ways like I button and RFID, maybe with fingerprint or face detection. Yes, we have such a possibility with Easy Logic. You can connect some devices to our devices and to the device that is connected to our devices can check the driver photo and check it with the database that is stored inside that. And if the driver is authorized, then we'll send a signal to our devices, and with Easy Logic we can identify it inside device, and we will also can send the corresponding message to the Wialon. Isaac, is it the case you want to know about, or you mean something else? Okay, okay. So yes, it's possible. It's possible. But regarding details, let's talk more about later. You can email me and or email Vera about the full details of such a feature. And we have a question tab. Is Easy Logic only applicable to Galileosky devices? Yes, the Easy Logic is the technology from Galileosky company, and we call it no code programming. You don't need any you don't need to know any syntax of programming. If you just know the concepts of programming, you can do it with drag and drop. You just drag and drop some blocks inside the configurator, and you will reach the solution you want. I guess we had another one. Can you monitor fuel level even with ignition off with using the vehicle sensor, not installing new sensor? I'm not sure. Uh, I guess it's impossible. Generally, I guess it's impossible, but let me check it. I will write it down to answer you. You can send same question to me, and I will answer you. I need use fatigue camera in Galileosky. Is it possible? What do you mean by fatigue? If you are talking about ADAS or something like that, yes, it's possible. If no, please give me more information, and I will try to answer you. How many RS485 sensors we can connect to the 7X? John, eight sensors can be connected. Yes, ADAS system. Yes, we have already integrated with some ADAS systems. You can find them in our website, or you can easily drop me a message on WhatsApp or send me a mail. I will provide you more information about that, or even Alexander may share something about the ADAS systems you have integrated with right now in chat, the link to our website. Uh, Erickson, you have some answers from Mirza Muhammad Nawaz, but I guess that uh, the Erickson question is about the possibility of reading the parameters from CAN or from already installed field sensor on the car or vehicle. I don't guess that it's related to configuration of device. When the vehicle is off, the engine is off. In most cases, in most cars and vehicles, there is no signal in CAN, and there is no signal from already installed fuel level sensor. So the problem is that we have to check it. We may find a way, but generally the problem is this, Mirza. And for fuel level sensors that we can install, we can do many things. But regarding the vehicle already installed fuel level sensors, we don't have so many options. But it's questionable. We can talk about opportunities with technical team. I joined late again. What is the easy logic? I explained the easy logic. Easy logic is a technology from Galileosky company for some device product lines. We call it something like no-code programming, or it's can be explained this way, that you can do something like programming without knowing any syntax, and you can just using drag and drop, drag some blocks and put them in some sequences logically, and you will reach to anything you want. It's really hard to explain the concept of easy logic, and that's why I ask all you guys to check the links that my colleague Alexander shared with you to know more about that and participate in courses. The concept you will find and understand it better if you just like 10 minutes spending 10 minutes in our website. You will find what is that exactly. Aristio, if I pronounce your name. I need hybrid mode tracker. Yes, we have another modification of 7X devices that has GSM or cellular network and support two cellular network and also Wi-Fi. We call it 7X Wi-Fi or 7X hub. It has the same functionality you are looking for. Yes, Canvas as yes, everything is fine with 7X Wi-Fi. Any other questions? If we missed any question, please remind us. Okay, seems that we don't have any other questions. We can wait one more minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, let me, while we are waiting, let me tell you something. Last night I was just thinking about today. Today is November 2. 21 years ago, on 2nd November 2000, the first resident crew, including one American and two Russian, arrived at International Space Station. I told myself, anything is possible. Just imagine and make it happen. 21 years ago, exactly same day.
Yeah, so that's a great story. I think it's very inspiring, and maybe it also means that in telematics also everything is possible, and we are going to wait for even more breakthrough technologies in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yes. At those days, no one thinks that, or maybe say that, what is International Space Station? What they do it? But now after 21 years, we are thinking about outside the, sun system, not even Mars. Okay, seems that no other questions. I guess we finished for today. You're welcome, George. You're welcome, John. Happy to be with you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us today. And again, I hope the topic was interesting for you. Please do not hesitate to contact us. If you need more detailed information regarding anything we have discussed about today, if some answers to your questions are not complete, just write us on support@galileosky.com or support@wialon.com or gurtam.com. Both are fine. And Vera, do you want to add something?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Hamed, again for hosting me today as well with you. And thank you so much, partners, for your questions. So I hope we'll have very productive work in the future, very productive cooperation. So, and I hope we'll be able to implement many interesting projects together with Galileosky devices and Wialon software.
That's great. Thank you so much and have a great evening, you all. Bye.
Thank you, partners. Bye.